Hi everybody, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com, and it looks like we're going to go up. I hate to say that, but it looks like they have managed to reset these charts, and at this point, you know, I'm going to have to roll the dice and put mud on my face if we start to sell off, but I do believe at this point we're going to go up to that fake print of 118.16. I know it sounds crazy because everything looks like it's going to sell off, but we've been saying that for weeks now. And now we actually do have some supporting evidence that that it looks to me like it's going to go higher. For one, as much as I hate to say it, the daily chart right here is forming a bullish histogram tower here, where it's rolling back up. Look like it's wanting to go back up and over before it finally rolls over. This could take a few days to a week or more. I don't know how fast. It just depends on how fast it does this. So I know this is hard to believe, and that I would say that, but they just injected $600 billion into the market over the course of the next 6 months. Now, that means they got 6 months worth of money to put it in there. But that don't mean they're going to do that. You know, these fake prints are real, and when they decide to take it there, it's that's all it's going to be. This fake print that we got back on March 30th of 2010, 118.16, it is going to hit that. That is about 11,800 on the, or just a hair under that, on the Dow. You know, it's going to hit that print before, you know, I don't know when, but my feeling is it's going to hit it before this market rolls over. I just think we're too daggone close to it right now. We have just ran up so close. We're 11,800 now, so it's about 112 area or something on this. So you just got to look at it from Elliott wave point of view. What are the odds of us falling into a wave 3 of 3 of 3 or whatever, a primary wave 3 down, and then recovering and going back up and hitting this print sometime next year? I think that the next wave down, when we finally roll over, is going to start our primary wave 3. I really do. And I don't think it's going to recover that easy and come back up here and hit this. While some of the bulls, you know, might say, like Ron Walker has mentioned, that some of the bulls think that this was the completion of a 5-wave move down, and then this is a 5-wave move up, being a wave 1, a 2, a 3, and then we'll only simply correct and then go on higher to that final fake print. Well, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I'm doing this video right before it closes. I got to run some errands. So anyway, you know, if that's the case, then okay, so maybe we back down here and rest here in this 1140 area, and then we go on up. I just don't think that that's going to be. I think this is an ABC move up. I think this is a ABC, and this is it. And once we hit up here, it's done. I don't think there's going to be. You know, this is telling me that it's wanting to roll up here, and at least put in a few more bars here, maybe in the positive. Not much. I mean, it doesn't have a lot left because it is way overbought here on the RSI. But you do understand that, you know, this RSI with a reading of 70 is very bullish. Anything above 66 means it's 2-to-1 buying versus selling. So it is still, they are still buying it, and they just gave them $600 billion. So you throw $600 billion in there, you're going to be able to move this market up. So it's more about the money than anything, than the charts. But the charts do support, you know, just moving up a little bit and going back in here to positive territory. It is rolling back up again here. So, you know, I hate to sound like a bull, because I am not a bull. I think it's a bunch of crap, but you know, this is what's happening. Um, Same thing here. This is at 63.81 here on the weekly. If it busts out and goes on up to the 1260 to 1280 is my estimated target for this move that will match up with the fake print of diamond 118.16. I don't know for sure exactly how it's going to match. You're just going to have to look at the diamond trust, and when the Dow hits, you know, about 11,750 to 800, that diamond trust should be around 118.16. So when it hits that, regardless of where the S&P is, I believe that's the final upside target. I believe that's it. So, you know, we're going to correct down hard before then, maybe come into this support and rally back. You know, it's possible, but the fact that they just threw all that money in there, I really just don't see it happening. They tanked the dollar again today. If we refresh this page, I haven't refreshed it. They, you know, tanked the dollar to push this market up. See, once I refreshed it. So, but it is making positive divergence, which would support a few more days of some rallying. Because as this goes down, this goes up, meaning at some point it's going to roll back up and turn. They did manage to hold it there at this bottom here, but they pierced it intraday on the massive fake moves up and down on the market as the Feds made their announcement and people didn't know what to think. So, you know, there's a lot of volatility in it. Really was. You look over here at Cobra's chart, and you know, we have clearly now busted up, and we can still go up here for at least a few more days. I you know, can stay overbought longer than you think, and with that money in there and us being so close right now, we are just let's see, what did the Dow finally close at here? Let me look. The Dow closed at 11,215, so it's only about 550, about 600 points away. They could do that in 3 days. They really could, especially if they gap this thing up tomorrow, gang. You know, be aware that this could happen. I don't know. I just want to be prepared that it could happen. That would be the way to get over this 1215 area quickly. Yeah, it looks like it could roll over, but the charts have not been working. They have not been working. So this is not showing that it's rolling over. It's still showing it's going up. Yeah, it's overbought here, but it's not showing it's rolling over. We are still above the moving average here, the 5 period moving average, and we have been in pretty much the entire move except for, you know, a few days here. So it's just not showing that it's ready to die yet, especially with this kind of money in the market. And you know, and what they just did to the VIX here, I mean, they just killed the VIX today. They just killed it. If we look at that, I think Ron has that on his chart. 60-minute here is pointing up, as you can see, into tomorrow. So a gap up is likely. Look where they put it. You know, they're not going to let this thing fall down below. They're not going to let this trend line break just yet. This is a very, very important trend line. If this trend line ever breaks and gets confirmed, it's down we go. I mean, we're going down hard after this trend line gets broken. So let's see. I don't think it was on this one. I think it was on this one here. And as you can see, we did bust up above it. I do expect them to run this thing and gap it up tomorrow. I'd be shocked if they don't with all this fresh money in there. Really, really, really would. Okay, here's the VIX on the daily. Now look at this. It's wanting to break out. It broke out, fell back in, and look where it's at here on the dailies. It is overbought on the histogram. It's oversold here on the MACD's moving averages, but the stochastics was overbought, so it's going to roll down. So it's going to take a while for it to work its way back up. So it needs to come back down here and try again to bust out of this falling wedge at a lower level. So, you know, maybe a few more days back in here, and then work your way when this line falls back down a little bit lower, then you bust out. Because it is working its way up, as you can see. You know, at some point we're going to obviously have a big move like this. But right now, with the money that they just threw into the market, I am just not expecting a sell-off. Everybody, I think, is. And, you know, I've been wrong so many times here lately. I mean, they trick me every time. But it just tells me that they are wanting to hold this thing up into next week. So I'm not expecting a sell-off tomorrow or you know, or Friday. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, you know, Friday's got the non-farm payrolls. So, you know, if they come in with what the market expects, then, you know, it's rally on. Pretty much Bernanke set the tone here. This is, to me, going to be the biggest fake out move ever. I really do. I think that we're going to get up here and get past the double top. There's just so many overhead stops there. They just took out a ton today. And, you know, tomorrow morning there's going to be some people that, if this thing doesn't fall back in and fall back below that line, there's going to be a ton of people that's going to get caught in a short squeeze. It's going to move this thing up. And plus, with that money, who's to say they can't just start right off the bat and gap it right above this high back here around 12. What is it, 12, 15, 16? I'm not sure. Can't read what it is there, but whatever that was. You know, I think that you know, maybe gap it up to 12.20 or something. Is that possible? Seems insane, folks. It seems insane. But I just have to point that out there, because right now the daily charts are rolling up. They are supported by the VIX falling on the daily support. The money is in there now. The RSI is overheated and overbought, but you know, it can stay up there for a while. The weekly, of course, is hitting resistance there, but it's still up in, you know, on the RSI. It's still got lots of strength at 63.81. The 60 here has obviously shown that it's ready to pop back up. I expect it to break this line tomorrow and keep on going up and go past it and put in, you know, a big bar over the course of the next few days. With this money, it just changes the ballpark. We just changes everything. So that's what I'm kind of looking for is up tomorrow, and yeah, maybe possibly slightly down on Friday, but I think they're going to squeeze. They got this money now. I think they're going to squeeze. There's a lot of bears. There's a lot of bears right here, right above here. They're going to, if they take it out, we're going to 1260 to 1280. I know that sounds crazy, and you know, okay, I'm used to eating mud, especially calling these shorts, but I just really think that this is where they're going. I just don't think we're going to wait until next year. I don't think we're tank and then go up there again next year. I think we're going here now within the next few days to weeks. I think it'll be for the next few days. I think it's quicker than you think it's going to be. Just a quick stop clearing above there, and then a reversal and tank. As this, you know, as the audio on this Argus radio that I was telling you, the Waterman files, which again is on my post. But again, you can see the link here. I put that on my post. But definitely worth listening to. Between November the 8th and November 11th, all hell can break loose, possibly war. So they need to get this up there to that fake print before then, at least, if this is going to happen. I hope to God it don't. So anyway, that's it, gang. I got some stuff I got to do, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.